difference between what you are doing and what you are performing, between the performer and the audience, and that needs to be respected and has a very mystical proportion to it. Well, when I teach, what I would like to impart on the students is a very strong respect for the simplicity and precision of the technique. It's not necessarily what technique you use or anything, but that you are able to have the command of your body just as a pianist would have of his piano, or a violinist with his fingers. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So technique and precision. And the other thing is the freedom to allow the movement to take command of yourself, to let yourself go and not worry about having to move or to making a movement or following a sequence or a choreography, but to allow the choreography to be that which moves you.
Find your dynamism. I think it's really important that you find a way for yourself to look at what it is you're doing, and not always with your mind, that you feel that you have to do something. The important thing is that you communicate, right? That's basically what we're doing, right? So whoever your audience is, whatever your audience is keep your contact with them, right? I can talk to you with my back to you perfectly well without any problem. You can understand me, but I have to talk in a different way, right? So I have to raise my voice, I have to open a little bit, but you're still contact, okay? So always be aware of that. Don't be so fixed on what you're doing or the movement or the choreography. The choreography will come when it becomes part of you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2.
I started dancing when I was 17, basically because I had nothing to do one summer, so I followed my sister to dance class. And started doing sort of classical jazz for a summer, and I liked it, and at the end of the summer I decided I was going to become a dancer, so I started studying and taking ballet classes, and they have a program for older dancers coming in. So I was 18 at the time, and my first 3 months I was doing class with 13-year-old girls in order to get my basic technique up to speed. And slowly I was moved into the classes with boys, so I could be stronger. And I spent, I think, 2 years at the school. And then at one point I was called into the office of Betty Oliphant, who was the director at the time, the founder of the school, and she asked if I would be interested in taking a job, and I said of course. And she told me about a job at Anna Wyman, which was a company in Vancouver at the time, a contemporary dance company at the time. And so yeah, she asked me on Friday. On Monday I was on a plane, and the following Friday was on my first international tour. So it all just kind of fell together in a relatively short time. And I spent a year and a half with Anna Wyman before moving to Germany, where I was offered a contract for a ballet production in a small town near Wuppertal. And while I was there, I was introduced to Pina, and I did her audition, and so like I said before, she was interested in me. I spent 3 months there participating in the rehearsals and so on, but there was no contract at the time, so she suggested I go to Essen and work with Wolfgang Tanz Studio, where I met Mitsuru. And so I spent 3 years with him, and then I started, as is the tradition, the guests, she needs extra dancers for Sacre du Printemps, and when she brought it out, I obviously started dancing that, and a couple of months after I was performing Sacre, she asked me to join the company. So I spent another 5 years with her in the company, and before moving on into a different life.